Hello and happy Thursday to everyone. I'm Elisa Maria. Welcome to Elisa Maria Designs. It is Throwback Thursday, and Throwback Thursday means that we take Rico back out. It's already a week. I just can't believe how fast everything is going. So let me show you where we were last week. Here we go. So let me just move you over here. So last week we were up in this corner here where we did this beautiful lace work. I would continue here, but as you know, if you know, last week I was talking about using this chunk of black in the background to do a tutorial on color blocking. Why do we need a tutorial for color blocking? We don't, but some people don't find it fun, and I want to make it fun. That's what I do here. I do lots of tips, and I have lots of ideas, and I bring them to you. So that's the one section, and I was really looking into breaking into this section, coming out of the pinks and the ABs. Let me get the light on that. You know, coming out of the pinks and the ABs, this entire flower is practically all ABs, and just wanting to break into the browns and the golds and these beautiful teal blues and pinks. Yeah, this is just a really stunning piece. I should really put Rico up in the corner. Maybe that's what I'll do. So we're coming into Rico too. This is his neck. So today I thought, let's just move this here. I'm all over the place today. So today I thought, and there's another reason why I am not continuing on that section, not just because of wanting to have the black as, you know, a juicy piece of color blocking, but because I ran out of 2 colors of drills. Now, I kitted this up. I have my extra drills here. They're nowhere to be found. So this is not the first time that I have run out of drills from Dreamer Design. I adore Dreamer Design. I adore it. And that's not going to be enough for me to say, oh, I'm not going to do this company anymore because I'm always running out of drills. No. So I hopped on over to the other side of the canvas. Now we're on the, I'm so dyslexic. I'm like right, left, right. We're on the right side of the canvas if you were looking at it head on. And I thought, well, do I start here? We did lace work on that side. Do I do lace work on this side? Do I start down at the bottom where you have this beautiful flower? Or we're coming into Rico with a little bit of black in here and those beautiful flamingo colors. So I say we do a little topaz. We do a little taste of it all. Maybe some of the flower, maybe here, maybe there. They're just gorgeous, rich colors. This canvas just makes me happy. And I really didn't know if I was going to do this canvas today because of the colors that were missing, but there's a lot of gratitude in my heart today for Milton not being as destructive as was predicted. I have a lot of friends and family in Florida, and I lived in Sarasota. That was the direct hit. I lived on Siesta Key. I love it. And I have friends in Bradenton, and they're all okay. So not knowing if I was going to take Rico out changed this morning when I turned on the news, and I'm like, thank God. It's bad. It is bad, but it was like the apocalypse, the way that the news media and the news reporters, and I get it. It's like it is like a doctor. They have to give you the worst possible news so that you take it seriously. So I do get that. I'm reaching behind me to get what I need, which would be, how about having a tray? Oh, do I have stuff in here? I surely do. So I'm very grateful that today we are not looking at some sort of really, really, really bad situation. These are the same color. As you can tell, I was working on Lady in Gold earlier. Early this morning, too, because I left her on my desk. I was just wiped out yesterday. And I usually clean my desk. I always clean my desk, not usually. I always clean my desk before I go to bed. You know, Foofy's a pretty good cat, but you don't know. You know, I get screwy sometimes, and I don't need him walking across Woman in Gold. But last night was the exception. I think I was like, I had a very emotional morning, like I was telling you guys, but I need a sip of this. Oh my God, this is turmeric. Is it turmeric? Turmeric with orange. I'll link it for you guys. It's just warm and comforting, and it's not coffee, but it's still warm and delicious. And I'll link it for you guys. I get it on Amazon. It's just so good. And it's got that citrusy taste. Just goes perfectly here with Rico. And I was like, no, we're taking Rico out today because thank God we had a, is this round? I'm asking now. Are you a round? No, you're a square. Why do I have round drills in here? Okay, they're extras. Yeah, so I just was so thankful that everything was okay this morning. I lit my candles last night. I need my fingertip moisturizer. I usually have this out for like spills or wetting the tip of my diamond painting pen to pick up some ABs, but also to snap open these little baggies. Our hands are dry, you know, our hands are dry. And so like if you're always like trying to pick drills up and you can't, put some fingertip moisturizer on and you'll be able to do it. Trust me. So I call it fingertip moisturizer. It's actually like, what's it called? Yeah, it's fingertip moisturizer. You know, if you work in a bank, the ladies have this to count money. I worked in a restaurant, so I carried these around all the time. I owned restaurants. I worked in a restaurant. Well, I did that too. It's so funny to hear me say, oh, I worked in restaurants. So I'm going to cover a piece of this so I don't lean on it. There's a lot of black up here. But I think I want to get into his beak. I think I want to get into, is that what it's called, a beak? I'm so confused anymore. What words are and what things are, and I'm just like, somebody help me. There's a piece of paper in there. Do not tell me I have mixed drills. Oh my God, you guys, these are black. They're black, blue, and brown. That's it. You're going back. I'm not dealing with this right now. Are these black, blue, and brown too? No, these are just black. That's probably why these were in the baggie. Oh, it does say sort on it. I should have used it for the little for Tip Tuesday. No, I think I would have driven you all mad. Tip Tuesday, I did a sorting of drills, and they were two colors of like a salmon. One was light and one was medium, and it was so difficult to really see. If I would have took these out, you guys would have been like, oh, I'll just throw them away and get new ones. That's probably what the extra black drills were out for. Probably exactly what I wanted to do, but then figured they were around. So, but I think I have extra black drills in here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God, let's get this day started. My son called me this morning and said, would you come into town with me? Because I have a doctor's appointment. He had his stress test, and parking is horrendous. Well, parking is horrendous for his generation because they don't know how to park. You know, they want to pull right up to where they're going. They want to walk in. They want the doctor waiting. They want to walk out, you know. And, you know, they want to just like, you know, I'll use the parking garage and pay $40, you know. And I was like, Josh, you know, there's parking as you're approaching the doctor's office. What do you say? Maybe we try and find a parking space that doesn't entail you spending $40 for parking. So, I don't know. I think he had me along like I was doing some kind of magic trick. Like, okay, let me see my mother find a parking space. And we did. We found a parking space 2 blocks from his doctor's appointment. Oh my God. When I was growing up, you know, I took the bus to work, and he drives to work. He could take the bus, but he drives. I get it, you know. But you know, I took the bus, and like, I just knew my way around. Like, you had to know your way around. you know, and today I see it with his entire generation. Like, if the GPS is not telling them, or Waze is not telling them to go that way, then they don't go. They don't like. It's like, well, you know, here's a shortcut or something. Like, I understand Waze sometimes prevents you from you know, going in a direction where maybe the traffic is heavy. I get that. I love it because I used to use Waze a lot in New York. You know, nobody wants to get caught. Well, you really don't get caught in traffic in New York. I never did, because traffic, everybody's got somewhere to go. So they just move. They're like, I don't got time for this. I'm driving. I don't care, you know. But here in Philadelphia, oh my God, the worst rubberneckers ever. Ever. So he blew my morning, my son. I went with him, and I figured, well, okay, I'll take my, you know, my diamond painting journal with me, and I will address some of the things that I have been, you know, not really taking the time to do, including my own journaling. Oh my God, so good. And I started to, what I did, and I'm going to put it up in the corner for you guys, is, some of you know that I bought Curtis Reikovich's Let Them Eat Cake because I got an email from Dreamer Design that it was going to be discontinued, and it was on my wish list, and I was like, oh no freaking way. It was really a toss-up between Chosen and Alice with the flamingos all around her, and Let Them Eat Cake. And I'm a huge Marie Antoinette fan. Look, I'll prove it to you. I'm a huge Marie Antoinette fan. You guys have seen this a few times. Here. This is my artwork. That's my little Marie. This is a rubber stamp. I'm going to put it right there. And I love Marie Antoinette. When I had my cafe, I did Marie Antoinette cupcakes, and they were really like, they were cupcakes that had like little edible glitter on them, and they were real frou-frou, and they were done in the Marie Antoinette colors, like a pale blue and cream, or a pale pink. Just so gorgeous. I'll have to put a picture up of those too, of the cupcakes that I used to make, and they were rose cupcakes, or they were green tea, or they were French vanilla. Oh my God, they were so yummy. I have to make some cupcakes too. I have to do that too. Got a lot of things I want to do. And talk about Dreamer Designs. So I really wanted Marie, that Let Them Eat Cake. I'm assuming that it's Marie. Who else would it be? But I was like, you know what? This cupcake really bothers me. I don't know. I love Curtis Reikovich, but please. I think sometimes they add this dark element to things just to throw it in to maybe appeal to somebody that likes darker things. And that's cool. You know, if that's where you are and you like darker things, I get it. I mean, I'm not, you know, that type of diamond painter. And I was like, Marie is so pretty. She's got like rosebuds in her hair, and she has a big bird in her hair that reminds me of Carrie from Sex and the City, when Carrie went to go marry Big and she had that big bird in her head. The nights with the girls in Sex and the City and HBO, and the boys had The Sopranos. But anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get Chosen, because Chosen became very sentimental to me. One of my subscribers, and her name is Elisa too. We even had the same list. Well, I'm Pescator now. I was Sokola. So she's Elisa C. I'm like, I'm Elisa C. And it doesn't take much to, you know, make me excited. And I was doing a book reading that was The Listening Path by Julia Cameron. And The Listening Path is just a shorter version of The Artist Way, and it has to do with all the things that you listen to in your life. Yourself, your environment, other people, your heroes, people that we lost, our beloved. And when we got to the beloved section, that was a really popular chapter. And a lot of my subscribers started to share their stories of people that had passed over and, meaningful things to them, like signs and stuff. And Elisa had said that the yellow monarch was her symbol for her dad. And I'm like, I don't believe this. I was just looking at a new Curtis Reykjavik, and he has, it's chosen, and she has a yellow monarch on her forehead. And then my son wanted to buy me a diamond painting, and I always call him the chosen one, You chose me, and I chose you, mother and son. And he bought me chosen, and it just has that significant, sentimental meaning for me. And so Marie lost out. And then I get this email that she's going to be discontinued. I'm like, what? Throw it in the bin, buy it. And I'm like, I didn't use my code for all the previous canvases that I've bought. I didn't use the code Halloween 15. I didn't use my code because I'm a senior. There were so many codes. That's another thing. Another tip for you guys, if you don't know. If you've been here, you know. But if you don't know, if you go into Dreamer Designs, look into rewards, and they have rewards for seniors. They have rewards for people that work in healthcare. They have rewards for teachers. You have your own personal code. Unless you might have a better code for I bought at Canvas and they're going to give me 20% off. It might be a better code. These codes I think are like between 10 and 15%. And to put more putty in there. I don't feel like stopping. So I checked it out without using any of my codes. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just had 2 custom paintings done by Dreamer Design that I adore. And I do the one is done, but one I do on Tuesdays if you're interested. And that's part of my confetti series. And I'm having another one made. I was looking at it this morning. I was looking at the one that I want to have made. Well, I have a few that I want to have made. I have like 3 or 4 that I want to have made. And at Let Them Eat Cake. So I bought Let Them Eat Cake, with the scary skull and all. One of my members, Chantel, is like, no, it goes with the painting. Why don't you leave it the way that it is? I'm like, it freaks me out. She's like, all right, well then you do you. And I think I'm really looking for a canvas that will allow me to take us. Why do these are not lining up right? That will allow me to take us on a little journey to DP with sparklers. So I contacted DP with sparklers this morning. I took a shot of Let Them Eat Cake. I'm getting confused. I have so many whips right now that I'm confused. And I told DP Sparklers what I'm doing, and I'm going to take you guys on a little journey with me, and you're going to help me decide what I can purchase from DP with Sparklers to create something that will cover the skull head. Okay. So Anthony from Single and Placing gave me the courage to try Enhancements, and he created a monster. Now he's so good. He's so good. I love when Anthony opens up a canvas and he just goes, yeah, I think I'll do this. I think I'll do that. I think I'll take this out, take that out, put that there. And it just is like fabulous. And it's his personal touch. It's now, a canvas that he helped create with the designer, but I love it. And I've been wanting to, I did do a little enhancement with an AB on Woman in Gold from Diamond Art Club. Not the one that I'm doing now. She don't need any help. She don't need any help. I just found another enhancement. So I'm upping her enhancement count to 13. She's 13 enhancements with that. Now it's just 6 regular drills. Really, it's ridiculous. That canvas is ridiculous. I'm going to contact Diamond Dots and ask them, can I rep this canvas, please? Because I'm going to sell the out of it. And I cannot believe the enhancements on that canvas. I'm only 1/4 of the way done, Woman in Gold. And let me tell you, she's actually sitting on my piano right now. I might just whip her out. Let me tell you, I just placed the baguettes on her. They are stunning, stunning. Yeah, I'm trying to stop myself from going over to the piano and going to go get her, but I can't. Hold on. Here she is. Stunning. I just heard Foofy cry. He's probably like, is she talking about that canvas again? Here's the baguettes. Look at these bezels. There's just so much on this canvas. Look at these up here. These silver ones. Can you stop it? I mean, can you just stand it? Where's the one that I was talking to Gabrielle. Gabrielle. I like to call people by their name, not their nickname. I don't even know if anybody calls her Gabby. But I was talking to Gabrielle. Oh, here it is. We love this one. Hold on. This one here. It looks like a chain, but they're all separate beads. I can't get over this canvas. It just makes me... It makes me so, and I know that Betsy is doing that canvas with me. I think Cindy, I don't know if Cindy's doing it with me. I think Cindy's doing another one, or she has one that I'm thinking, yeah, she's got this one. I remember her telling me she bought this one. So it's nice to have, your members like, not only just following along with you, because I take them out once a week. So Monday is my member Monday, and we do Chosen, and Tuesday is Beauty and Violet, but that's the custom, and we do confetti, and Wednesday is Whip Wednesday, and we do Woman in Gold. Thursday is Rico. Friday is like a free day for me. You never know what's going to happen. And then Saturday is my member day again, where I meet up, and we try and meet up, even if we just have coffee and chit chat about, projects and where we are with our whips. If anybody needs any help with something that they're working on. I've certainly had members email me and say, you inspired me to do a custom. What do you think? Which is nice. And we're really looking forward to these chillier days coming where we can, meet up in the member lounge and just, diamond paint. And hopefully by then I'll have my new computer and I'll be able to stream, and you guys will be able to join me, and I'll be able to see in real time what you're working on. And so please consider being a member. Pretty please. The more the merrier. And or subscribing, or, maybe someone, maybe I'm not for you, but you're like, hey, I know this girl that, she's talking about things that you like to do. Maybe check her channel out. So share, like, subscribe, all the things that I always forget to tell you guys. I was on YouTube today. I'm actually calling it YouTube University. It's the creators section. And, I was happy, I know other creators that have questions, and I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm happy to help other creators on their journey here on YouTube, to just say, what do you need help with? Whatever it is, I'm here to help. So yeah, let's change colors. There's a lot more black, but I want to do like a little tasting of everything. Let me see. I'm trying to find a color that I have not used yet. So here's the black. Keep that on the side. I've used these blues. There's a piece of my hair on here. Charming. The O, I think, are ABs. So, and I think they're white. So that'll be stunning. Let's do some AB work. So I'll show you how I do my AB work. A nice, I thought it was a piece of trash. It's actually two stuck together. Now, all this week I have been talking about blue wax. Okay, so I'm going to test my theory again. Now, my blue wax, and tell me if you have this experience, my blue wax always seems to be, you can even tell by how shiny it is. It looks like it's wet. That's why I'm rubbing my finger across it. My blue wax always tends to be like oily. And, you know, I've tried it again and again and again and again and again. It always feels the same way. It just feels oily to me. Unlike my purple wax that I get from Dreamer Designs, this is more like a putty wax. It feels like a putty, and it's almost like a wax. So I was doing some of my special enhancements with Woman in Gold, and there were some really like bubble. They were like bubble enhancements. I only know that term now. I didn't know it at the time because I was on DP with sparklers today. And the putty tends to be too much. It doesn't release. And the other wax was leaving a residue. And so I said, let me try this blue putty. Let me see if my theory is right. And sure enough, the blue putty picked up the drills and released them down with no residue and no problem. So I wet my wax. Now, or you could even use, if you have your fingertip moisturizer, you can rub that. Michelle is one of my subscribers, and she's like, use the fingertip moisturizer to pick up the ABs. That's how I'm picking up my ABs now. I love it. No mess, no water, no whatever. So thank you, Michelle. Let's see here. Easy breezy. I've always picked up multiple ABs without any problem using water. And of course, Michelle's little tip here to use your fingertip moisturizer because it's wet. It's kind of like Aquaphor, actually. And those of us that know Aquaphor, it's, you know, look how easy that was. Just to lay down a big hunk of ABs. And, you know, I love that I inspire other people to try some techniques and come up with their own tips like Michelle did. And, you know, share it. And like, that's part of what the membership is too. Like, you know, we kind of bounce off of each other, you know, we bounce ideas off of each other. Maybe we just sit around and have coffee and diamond paint. It's fine. Yeah, whatever the Saturday turns out to be. And, you know, especially with, like, I think yesterday, I know I was pretty anxious yesterday. I don't ever have my television on. I don't even really know how I got my YouTube hours in. Well, I have YouTube on a lot. Probably how I got my YouTube hours to get myself monetized, but I don't probably have any wax on that side. But, you know, my mom was calling me, and she called me early in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, she's watching this hurricane. You might think that she lived in Florida. I don't know. Maybe she was like really upset about it because that's where I used to live. I lived in Sarasota. But, you know, I was just like, Mom, stop watching the television. And she's like, these poor people, you know, yeah. Say your prayer. You're not there. But, you know, stop watching the TV. And so she had me on the phone for like 2 hours, and she's worried about animals, and she's worried about the zoo, and, you know, all legitimate concerns. And, you know, but I have a hard time with that stuff, and I don't like having it in my brain, you know? So, I do my own thing. I say my silent prayers, and I keep positive. And I'm like, for as much as we know with weather, we don't really know, you know, like when I was telling you guys when I lived in Florida that, you know, I was there for Hurricane Andrew, and for as much as we knew, like, we know so much more now. Now they knew, they call it, like, I never heard the term wobble, not, at least not when I was there. And they knew, Andrew was a Sarasota hit. It was coming right for us. And then it went into McDade. It really hit McDade really bad. So, I mean, but now they talk about, you know, wobbles. They have wobbles. We have wobbles. We could see that it's going to shift and turn and go.
I think that Sarasota was always in the cone, but it was going more south. I'm just happy that it made landfall at a lower category. I think Helene was absolutely worse. Not to do comparative standards, but thank God, that it wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. That's all I want to. So I think everybody was a little bit really anxious yesterday with the hurricane, and then I didn't know what to expect this morning. I'm like, should I even diamond paint? Then when I had my son at the doctor's, I had my what did I have out? I had Mark Nepo. I had my book out, Book of Awakening. And I was like, maybe I could, find like a reading, and maybe I'll just diamond paint silently, and, I could just do a reading, like, a reading of gratitude, or, just being quiet. But I also thought, Rico was a good choice for today. And I thought, let's be grateful and happy that it's not as bad as, well, at least now at this moment that I am diamond painting, because I think a lot of power is down, and they can't really get us information with the power being down. But I'm just, really hoping that it's not as bad as we originally thought that it was going to be, because that forecast was devastating. I think that the tornadoes were actually worse. I was picking my son up from school. He went to Golfgate in Sarasota, and I used to ride him on the back of my bike. Now, he was a first grader, and he was getting teased that, oh, your mommy takes you, kids are cruel. Your mommy takes you to school, you ride the back of her bike. Oh, what are you, a baby? Yes, he's a baby. He's 6 years old. But he wanted his own bike. Okay, mommy gets your own bike. And we just have to leave like an hour earlier in the morning, because my son was so easily, like, when he was a little boy, he just loved taking in. Didn't matter. We lived in Philadelphia. He was the same way. He just loved taking in all his surroundings, and he just loved, looking around. And so, like, Florida was like just a feast for his eyes, and he's on his little bike, and we would just take our time. And then I worked right on Siesta Key. I looked out the window. I worked in one of those little mini hospitals, and I would just look right out the window, and I would see Siesta Key. And then I would go pick Josh up from school. So, getting done work, going to pick Josh up from school, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And he's bike riding, and he look, mommy, and he used to love to look at like ginger lilies, like really exotic flowers, gardenias. They smell so pretty. Like, he just would get into all of it. And of course, being on the water, and everybody has a boat, so he would be looking at boats. And I turned around to say, okay, come on, honey, we got to pick up the pace here a little bit. And when I turned around, there was a tornado behind us. So I'm looking ahead of me, and it's sunshine, beautiful day. And those of you who live in Florida know this. But right behind my son, I see a tornado in the distance, and I'm just like, run. Like, I couldn't keep him on his bike. I jumped off my bike. I picked him up, and I ran into an alcove. And the tornado was near us, and lightning struck. So I'm in this alcove in this apartment complex, and I'm looking out of the pool area where lightning had struck and picked up a table. Was it a table or a chair? Something. It could have been an umbrella, and lifted it up and hurled it into the swimming pool. Well, that was it. I was just like, still not enough for me to leave Florida, because I woke up every day like, oh, I'm on the best vacation of my life. But yeah, it wasn't enough to make me leave, but it was pretty scary. And I think, you know, yesterday watching people trying to leave Florida and being on the bridge, and then like right behind them in the distance was tornadoes. And I'm like, could you imagine being stuck in this gridlock on the bridge, and you got tornadoes that are chasing right behind you? Oh my God. I don't have any wax in this tip because I use this to like push down on my drills if they need a little push, without, you know, getting stuck anywhere. But just, I could just pick my ABs up with water. It's not a big deal. So he's coming along. His little beak here is coming along. Let me just grab him up. Time to go back to the water, to the wax, I mean. Okay, so I'm going to just finish these few here, and then I'm going to move into another color. I wanted to move into different sections, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I think if I use, I'm looking at this as the next thing to go into, but I think that this is an A. Just clean the water out of there, and we'll use this one. Oh, this goes so nicely with Rico. This color drill, but I have earrings in here. So the lid and the bottom part of the heart, oh no, I have extra drills in there, are both trays. I'm trying to get a little bit of everything in. That's not going to happen, but I'm trying. Oh, they spread apart. I'll just do it that way. Yeah, so my husband came home last night with Chinese food, and I was like, oh, he's like, I have Chinese food. I'm like, okay, I'm coming down. But he was coming up the steps. He's like, no, we're eating bed. I'm like, all right, cool. You just feel like a little kid when you're eating in bed, you know. So, and we watched Bad Monkey. I love Vince Vaughn. I know you guys have to hear me swoon over him every time I say I love Vince Vaughn. But it was the season finale. And being that my husband was really into the old man with Jeff Bridges, I was like, did you ever watch Homeland? And he was like, no. I'm like, oh, I think you would like it. So we watched the pilot, and he was like, oh, this is intriguing. I think I do like this. So that's it for that color. And maybe two more right here. Yeah, so he was very intrigued by Homeland. That was a great show. It really was. And you know, if you know the show, I was looking at it last night and thinking, you know, looking at it at a new perspective as something that I, you know, just watched years ago and didn't really remember, but it was good. It was good to get reacquainted with it. And again, we watched Nobody Wants This, which is a Netflix comedy, a rom-com. It's a series. And I only have one more episode left. And I love these characters. You know when you just fall in love with characters? Oh, I love these characters. And I think you probably, if it's not already picked up, it's probably already picked up because it's really good. All right, you're done. What's the next color? Let's do that little golden little vine right there, the C. Oh, fingertip moisturizer. There we go. Boom. C. These are actually in some kind of order. I can't believe it. Yeah, I think maybe I did put these in order last week when I was like looking for drills that were missing. And I'm like, this is getting to be like, I don't really need you anymore. I'm picking up ABs. This is getting to be like every kit that I get from Dreamer Design. I really don't know what the heck is going on. Come on. just love this pen from Diamond Art Club because I just think like it's always ready to roll. Let's take you off. Oh, another one. So that's done. Oh, there's 2 more here. A few more down here. Am I in that shot? Yep. Move over. I'm really into, I just signed up for Audible again, and I already have 2 credits. So it's like, what are you doing? Why are you not listening to your Audible? You already have 2 credits, and they're going to be billing you for another month, and then you're going to have 3 more credits, and you didn't even get through. What did I have on? Oh, I had Big Magic on. Yeah, I owe you guys a big apology. Huge apology. I went off on Big Magic, and I want to tell you why. I love Big Magic. It started out where it was all ideas and imagination and creativity, and I got Audible, and I was like, oh, well, I know, I'm already reading Big Magic, so I'll just get committed on Audible. And so that's what I did. Now, I didn't realize that I was reading Big Magic on my Scribe, and I was listening to Committed on my Audible. So when I turned my Scribe on, I was picking up where I left off, which coincidentally is a part in this book that she's talking about in the other book. So I thought I had the right book. And actually, I was telling you guys, what the heck happened to Big Magic? She went from talking about creativity to like saving her boyfriend from the depths of, I don't know what, being held in detention, from Homeland Security. And honestly, it didn't change my opinion on how she handled that whole thing. You know, your boyfriend is coming in and out of America, and he is, you know, was he really gaming the system? I don't know, because I didn't follow it far enough, but I just felt like I used to sponsor people that were from different countries to come and work at the restaurant, and I sponsored 4 girls from Russia, and the first time that they came, they were just so grateful to be here in America and to, like, you know, live for 3 months here. And, you know, they had said, we're going back. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you for the opportunity. There were such nice girls. But we will never, you know, they do like a lottery, and so you had your one shot, and so you got to give somebody else a turn to come. But be that as it may, I sponsored them, and they were like, it doesn't matter, they won't allow us to come back, but they came back. We got them back for another year. And it was just like how beautiful they were, you know, so gracious. And, you know, their conditions that they lived at home were very poor, and everything that they made through the restaurant, they sent back home to their parents, who were like, you know, living in conditions that were just horrible. And so we got them back, but that was it. I couldn't get them back a 3rd year. And, you know, her boyfriend, what he was doing was he was coming into America, and then he was leaving after the 3-month visa, and he was going to another country, and he was staying there for 2 weeks, and then he was getting a visa. I don't know how he was doing it. I don't even understand the whole process, but this is the way that she explained it in the book. And so I didn't change my mind on that. So they detain him because they see that he has all these visas and he's going in and out of the States. And like, what are you doing here? And like, you know, he was just so very matter of fact about it. But she was like, all like, oh my God, they're abusing him. He's not a terrorist. Well, of course we know he's not a terrorist, Liz, but come on, you know, it doesn't, you know, the optics of it didn't look good, and you had to understand that. Your boyfriend was married to an Australian woman once before, so he knows how the citizenship thing goes. You know, she could have married him. She was too concerned with what her readers would think if she got married again after Eat, Pray, Love. Who cares? It's your life. You're not living for us. You're writing for us, but you're not living for us. And or you know, if you were worried about, you know, your money, you know, he could have signed a prenup. So I didn't change my mind on that, and I don't know if I'm going to go back to committed. I think I opened up to a part where she seemed to be a little confused. I'm like, well, maybe I will, because there were just so many red flags that I was like, how is this girl not seeing? How is this not being interpreted as a red flag? Because it was just so red flaggy to me. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I had the wrong book. So Big Magic is all about creativity and stuff. So I will get back to it, but I don't think I'll be doing it like as a self-care something. I mean, I will get back to reading it to you guys. John really wanted to read you guys another spooky story. You guys received him so well. He can't believe it. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. They loved everything. They loved your piano playing, your little intro. John has a very distinctive voice, and he's very animated, and you know, he takes on the characters, and you know, he just loved doing it. And he was like, he was supposed to have Wolf yesterday, and the plan was that he would do his spooky story and I was going to diamond paint, but it didn't happen. He went into work, he got called in, he's like, listen, I'm getting ready to retire, better grab this cash while I can. You know, even though I want the day off, you know, when you're doing OT, it's worth it. So, and they don't get it very often. So he was like, I think I'm gonna go in. And I'm like, go ahead, go. And so he was like, oh, maybe when I come home tonight, maybe I won't be too tired. I could do your reading. I'm like, nope, sorry. You'll do it on Sunday when you have a day off. I don't, you know, because I'm getting the evening John. The morning John is very chipper and bright and happy and ambitious. The evening John, not so good. So, and me, I'm evening girl. The evening girl is wide awake, she's ready to roll, go out, you know. The day girl, not so much. Not so much. Okay, who's left here? Any other new ones? That I didn't use this color, and it looks like a really nice, bright red. Where would you be? Here you are. Oof, look at that. Oof, oof, oof. Love it. So I guess the diamond painting kind of made the decision for me. We were just going to do the beak. I did some of this work here, but, you know, I want to get Puerto Rico done. Where are we at here? Need a little bit more organization of the drills here. Here we go. We are here. Oh, dropped you. I really haven't, you know, I'm telling you guys, I never have the TV on. I really haven't had the time to go over to the diamond painters that I enjoy watching and really catch up with them. And I was hoping to have a day to do that. And, you know, my day gets backed up with, you know, going somewhere with my son that I wasn't planning on, but, you know, he needed my help. So, and he was so fast. I mean, I was just getting into searching DP with sparklers. I'm trying to get, like, because it's so big and, you know, I could at least point you guys in a direction of, you know, what I'm looking to do. I think you have to have some sort of plan. You just can't be like, oh, let's go journey down DP with sparklers and not know where you're going. So I was just getting an overview of the land, and I was emailing them to give me some help if they could. And then, did I upload? Yeah, I did upload the thing. I'm like, did I upload the picture? I'm thinking about it now. And by that time, my son was walking out of the stress test, and I'm like, you're done? And he's like, yep, I'm done. I was like, okay, let's go. We were like a little less than an hour, which was like, wow, I thought I was going to be here for a few hours. I went and bought books with me. All right, let's get you in here, because you go here. What's next? Little anger. I'm glad that I didn't come across any colors that were like, nope, not in there. Another beautiful orange. I love orange. It's such a happy color. I'm sounding like Mr. Rogers these days. Oh, no, it's not Mr. Rogers. It's Bob Ross. Happy little drill. I haven't seen his movie. Oh, you're stuck in the putty, aren't you? Okay. I haven't seen his movie, and a lot of people were like heartbroken by it. At least that's what I heard. Or maybe like so many of these talented people in the world, they get taken advantage of. That's so sickening. It's like, oh, I can't create myself, but I'll take advantage of somebody who can. Ugh. I don't know. I think I said this yesterday too. Ever since I seen Mia diamond paint with a tweezer, and like she does heavy confetti. I'm like, what is she doing? She was diamond painting with a tweezer. And, you know, I don't know. Every time I get a tweezer in my hand now, I'm diamond painting with it, which is like stunning because these things scare the bejesus out of me. They're so pointy. Okay, I'm done. It's only a few. Then I'm like, all right, on to something else. I really need my skinny pen for this. Here we go. There you go. She looks like a glass pen, but she's plastic. But she has a nice long neck that gets in there. In these tight little spaces. You hear that? And you can hear that little crunch in there. Let's go back to the placer. And I love the sound of Diamond Art Club putty. It's got the right amount of slurp. And back to the glass pen. Then I was looking at all my artwork that I have on, you know, I have Google storage. I have OneDrive. Now I have something else. I don't even know what the heck it is. I just bought it. I don't even know what it is. I don't know. My pictures are everywhere. And so I came across all my old artwork. And so yesterday's graphic was a handmade piece of artwork. I think it was yesterday. Oh, yeah, WIP Wednesday. Yeah, WIP Wednesday. The graphic that's on there is my handmade artwork. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm always looking for graphics and stuff. Why don't I just go into my own file? There's so much stuff. And just use my own artwork. Here we go. You're done. There might be another orange. That tea looks like an orange. Where are you, tea? QRST. Yes, you are. You're another orange. Oh, I'm loving all these oranges. I did have YouTube on earlier, though. I did want to check and see about Milton, and I gotta tell you, I went to a little discussion about Meghan Markle yesterday, and like, that's all you see is like Milton and Meghan Markle. Milton and Meghan Markle in the red dress. I really think, I said this yesterday, I think it's time that we stop piling on people, and no matter how wacky or, you know, strange their behavior might be. I think it's time that we take a look at this situation and see if this girl needs help and get it to her. I do think there's a situation where she needs help. I do think that's where it is right now. Like all these people that are like calling her out right now, and like they're like, I'm done with her. She's just a washed up D-list celebrity, and I want nothing to do with her. You know, it's like nobody has really anything nice to say, and that's concerning to me. That, you know, how much can one person take of being, you know, ostracized by the community that, you know, she's trying to build and create with. So I had one girl on this morning. Well, she actually came on. I don't really know who she is. And she was just like, you know, rolling in, you know, the glee of her. She's like, oh, we've been waiting for this for a long time. You know, she's finally being taken down a peg. You know, this is it. We've been waiting for this demise, and it's here. Today's the day. And I'm so happy about it. I'm like, oh, that's really sad. If you could be happy about someone else's, you know, and then I'm thinking to myself, if this girl does do something to harm herself, because we don't know if what she's saying is true, that she might want to harm herself, you know, and then all you people are out here like pushing her over the edge, you know, and then they're all crying like, oh, I should have never, you know, we should have paid attention more. We should learn. Well, when are we going to learn? The media is still hounding people like prey. I mean, I thought all that was going to change with Diana, but that Diana's accident would have been enough for us to stop with this crazy frenzy of like, they're like sharks, you know, hounding people, hiding in blind. For, you know, I lived in New York too, that's where my restaurants were, and I was walking from 7th Avenue, 8th Avenue. My restaurant was on 8th and 47th, and I was on 7th and 47th, and I was walking up towards 8th Avenue, and, you know, you can't not know the voice. There was a maniac in the middle of the street screaming. I'm like, that's Alec Baldwin, and it was him. And you know what? I don't blame him. Like, the man has a wife and a bajillion children. Get the camera out of his face. You, just because someone's a celebrity doesn't mean that you have the right to be intrusive, keep shouting their name, trying to get this shot of them where they look, you know, frightened or angry or whatever, you know, whatever. It's terrible. It's terrible. You know, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that you don't have the right to privacy, which is why a lot of celebrities that came into my cafe, I was right in the West Village. I lived right around celebrities all over the place. And I just never said anything when they were in my store. Even if I knew who they were, if they didn't say something to me, if they weren't engaging, I left them the hell alone. Okay, where are we? Where should we go? I think this arrow, I don't know what that is. Here we go. Is that you? It surely is. It's a brown. And then hopefully, I'm going to see, like I usually do my calendar and I do a community post to tell you what's coming up during the week. I think what I'm going to have to do is schedule, well, I'm only an hour with my members in the morning. So I think what I may do is work on my tutorial for the color blocking. I have all my notes. And I think that that's what I'm going to do. Now I know that they are correct. You are just one guy hanging out over here. Let's get you in there. Oh, these are a few other ones. I'm just going to put these in so at least we can have like, are you an AB? If you are, I'm going to skip you. And I'm going to go to this guy, which is that guy. Is it that guy there? Yeah. I was on Amazon yesterday, and they did have my Staroar skinny placers back in stock. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm there. I'm buying them. I have a few other surprises coming this week that I want to share with you guys. Don't need you. Back to the tweezer. Yeah, I have a few other surprises. One is new. I don't think you've ever seen it before. Today I found something else that's new in diamond painting to me. And I'm like, how have I never seen this before? Are you kidding me? What? Okay, put it in the cart. Here we go. Here we go. Put it in the cart. So I'm hoping that that comes pretty quickly. I don't know. I've never ordered. No, I have ordered from this company before, and they do take a little time. Oh, look at me picking up two at a time, getting stuff out. So that might be a while. Bummer. And they're here in the States too. It's not like they're in, you know, it's not like it's coming from China or anything like that. It's made here in the US of A. Are you the color I was just using? Yes. Let's see. Maybe that is. I don't think so. Maybe that is an AB. I think it is an AB. It's an AB. But we're going to use our fingertip moisturizer to pick them up. Do I have wax in here? I do. Oh, look at that color. Is everybody in there? Yep, you got to go in. Okay, so let's put you back. I'm going to finish up that black over there. They're really like a bunch of onesies. Whoops. Caught one here. Where'd you go? Moved so quickly. Yes, they are all in. There's a tab on that one. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking out loud. What I'm thinking out loud is I don't have washi tape on these, and I can see how they're starting to clump up. It's unbelievable, you know, how well the washi tape works in your tray. And it works because the drills, you know, when you shake them, they cause static, and the washi tape absorbs the static. Especially with these dark drills. Just a few more. And then I could say that's done. I probably would have been done by now if I wasn't, you know, waving woman in gold around. I don't know. I'm a fly by the seat kind of girl. I really don't have a script here or like anything like that. I just go with the flow. See how easy that is? And there's one stuck in here. Right in the corner. Okay. I have a few more of the M. I missed that the first time, or maybe just kind of moved on because I wanted to get a lot of color in. I'm not going to go in here because the release paper is in there. So. And we get to use that tip once again with the, oh, I have it out already, with the fingertip moistener. I don't have any wax in there. That's what the problem is. Do I have wax in this one? No. A little bit of wax. Okay, let's see if we can just make it work. Yep, there we go. I don't want to squeeze them in over there. So, he's coming along. He's coming along. There's a lot left to do. I'm probably going to do this part on my own. And then he'll be coming out again. I want to try and get that tutorial up for Tuesday. Tuesday is my confetti day, but I have a tip Tuesday, so that might be too long of a video. That's like 2 big videos. So Tuesday is confetti. Wednesday, Thursday. Well, maybe the tutorial will be like my Freestyle Friday, what I'm going to do. I really don't want to hold nail myself down to anything because, like I said, I'm just that kind of chick. I'm kind of fluid, kind of always going with the flow. But I'm so happy that I took this out today. Still praying for everyone that was affected or is in this path of whatever residuals we have left or anything coming towards our way or anything that has been. Praying for you all to just be, you know, not as stressed or worried or, you know, anxiety. It's just so overwhelming when you are in this situation. And so praying that you find those little, just when they do come your way, those little glimmers that we call them now. We call these little moments of like just you find the corners of your mouth lifting up, or you find a sense of gratitude in your heart, or you receive help from someone, or someone says something kind or something that you need to hear, that you just hold on to those moments and know what happens. They multiply, especially if you pay it forward. So I will see you. Oh, Freestyle Friday. What's going on? I don't know. But I'll see you there. Bye.